A deep change in the way that we live requires a deep change in the way that we think. I'm Carla Reeves, and this is Differently. I was in Pilates last week with a new instructor, and she used a word that popped out like neon colors to me. She said contrology. Have you ever heard of that word? I hadn't. I went home and quickly looked it up, but it's the original name that Joseph Pilates gave this method long before it was called Pilates. So I looked it up and I knew I wanted to share it with you. Contrology means the art of control. The practice was never about random exercise. It was about intentionally, consciously guiding movement with precision, focus, and breath. And as I sat there looking at this, I thought about how often I and my clients can slip into being a control freak in our lives. You know the moments. It's when things feel uncertain or fearful, or when the ground beneath us feels a little shaky, and we find ourselves wanting to cling or grasp or trying to control anything we can. Or when we just want to feel better, and we have that illusion and think that if we can just line things up on the outside, just so, if we can achieve that next thing, or if we can control or change the people in our life, then we're going to feel better. But that doesn't always go so well. So often when we try to control the things that are outside of our reach or outside of our domain of responsibility, circumstances, other people's behavior, and so on, it doesn't create the change or traction that we actually want. The word contrology reminded me that control isn't bad. It's just about what we choose to control. I want to give you some things to think about. What if instead of clinging to circumstances or people this week, you cling to the things that are already within your reach and within your domain of responsibility? Just like with contrology in exercise, we can control the precision and the focus and the alignment of our thoughts, our words, our choices in that next moment or relationship or meeting we have today. And with practice, we can build a lean and balanced and strong mind and heart to move through the things we're moving through in this life. What if instead of clinging to those things we default to, what if this week you look to things like your breath, the way you speak to yourself, the thoughts you give weight to or that you stir and stir and stir in your mind, the posture you take in your body, in your heart, and in your mind to approach whatever it is that's on your plate today. Maybe it's controlling whether you pick up that pen and write and get out the swirling negativity in your head. These are the things that truly steady us, is when we go inside and steady the things that are within our control. That's what actually creates peace and clarity and momentum. For me, writing is even another way of exercising contrology. When life feels wild and I can't control what the world is throwing at me, I can sit down with a page and breathe and choose what to do with my thoughts. That small act changes everything about how I move back into the world. If you're feeling shaky, if you're feeling fearful, instead of gripping tighter on the things you can't control, what if you tried practicing a little contrology in your own way? Maybe it's through mindful movement. Maybe it's through writing. Maybe it's just pausing to breathe. Maybe it's taking more breaks in your day so that you have more energy and focus and intention to bring to what you're doing. Ask yourself, where in my life am I trying to control what isn't mine? And what's one place within my reach that I could hold on to instead? I would love to hear what comes up for you. You can hit that button that says send Carla a message. It's right on your podcast player. Share a takeaway, a thought, or even a story from your own life. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to walk alongside you and bring these ideas to you. And lastly, if you're craving conversation and connection, the kind that fuels your life, brings you together with others, and helps you stretch outside the mental noise in your head, come join my next free class. Each month, we're gathering to write, to have meaningful dialogue, and to share tools with you that can make a difference in your life. It's not about adding more noise. It's about creating space in your life to manage your mind, expand your perspective so that you can align your actions. Save your spot at carlareeves.com/free class. I'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Differently. Hey, if you're ready to stop circling the same thoughts and start creating real momentum, check out my coaching experiences. There's a 12-week experience for a big shift, or there's a monthly writing and coaching partnership for ongoing clarity, creativity, alignment, and momentum. You can find all the details at carlareeves.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please help me grow the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and share with someone you love. Until next time, stop surviving your life, start creating it.